Hello my dear students, this video is mainly linked with the previous video of reproduction part 1. So please go and watch reproduction part 1 video before watching this, and here I am going to continue the lesson reproduction from the subtopic contraception to the end. So let's move forward to find out the rest of the lesson reproduction. Learning objectives of the reproduction part 2. At the end of this video, you will know the natural barrier and the hormonal methods of the contraception, intrauterine devices and sterilization. As well as I am going to explain the advantages and disadvantages of different methods of the contraception. Also, I am here to describe the process of IVF and how it can improve the chances of the pregnancy. As well as I am going to describe the outline of growth and development of the body to maturity, including human growth curves. So these are the learning objectives of this part. Contraception. What is this contraception mean? Contraception means avoiding conception or avoid becoming pregnant. That means how we avoid becoming pregnant. This can be done either in natural way or artificial way by referring the days of menstrual cycle and way it proceeds. These contraception methods are used at a situation when couples do want to have sex without the woman becoming pregnant. Fertilization is most likely to take place in the middle of the menstrual cycle, either side of the day of ovulation. That means fertilization can be take place from day 12 to day 17. That means either side of the ovulation period. Ovulation means the release of the egg. After the releasing of the egg, fertilization always taking place. That's why we call it as a fertilizations happen either sides of the ovulation periods. So by avoiding the sexual intercourse during this period, a healthy woman who has a regular menstrual cycle can avoid becoming pregnant. As well as for male also can follow these natural contraception methods, such as man can withdraw his penis from the woman's vagina in order to woman's vagina before ejaculation in order to avoid fertilization process. That means it simply can stop the entering sperm into woman's vagina. Then if there are no entering sperms, then there are no fertilization. That's how we avoiding or we using these natural contraception methods. But you need to understand these two methods are unreliable. That means the method which I have talked about the woman's side and the male side. These two methods are, whether they are natural contraception methods, they are unreliable. Why I am saying like that? Because these two methods always depends on the facts such as nature of the menstrual cycle and the ejaculations. So as well as these methods have significant failure rate. So you can refer page number 206 and table number 11.3 in order to know further detail about these each contraception methods and their failure rate. So if I teach some further details about this contraception method, we mainly need to identify 4 categories, which are barrier methods, intrauterine devices, or sometimes we call it as IUDs, and hormonal methods and the sterilization. So we are going to look at these methods one by one in next slide. Barrier methods. Under the barrier methods, this method is basically using the some kind of barrier to prevent the sperm reaching the eggs. So in males, it use condoms. It's a sheath of very fine rubber that fits over the penis and collect the semen before it enter the vagina. And for females, there are things called Femidon, and is the same as the condoms but inserted into vagina before intercourse. And there are another thing which called as the diaphragm or cap. It is a dome-shaped piece of rubber that woman insert into her vagina before intercourse while covers the cervix. I am mainly focusing on the artificial contraception methods. So the method that I am explaining you as first, it is the intrauterine devices, or we call it as a IUD or coil. So these devices are mainly advantageous for women, and this can come in the plastic or copper and come as the various shapes. This intrauterine devices works by preventing a fertilized eggs from implanting in the lining of the uterus. That means it won't let fertilized egg to enter the womb or uterus wall. If it is not entering fertilized eggs to uterus, there are no pregnancy at all. That's how it avoid the pregnancy. Okay, so here these devices need to be deposited by a professional doctor to woman's reproductive system. And also next method is the hormonal methods. That means in here this mainly talk about the taking oral contraceptive pills. That means the hormones which are estrogen and progesterone that included in the pills are going to avoid the productions of FSH and LH. If there are no production of the FSH and LH, there are no pregnancy. Understand? So this hormonal contraceptive method can also be given by the injection, or we can take it as a oral pills and can be given as an injection sometime, or sometime some people are going to insert this pills under the skin as a contraceptive implant. Okay, so this is about the hormonal method and the intrauterine devices. Artificial contraception method is sterilization. What is this sterilization means? Actually, this can apply to both women and men. This is a surgical operation that can be carried out on men to prevent a sperm passing to the penis, or on women to prevent eggs passing to the uterus. Okay, so here this is a method that only used by a couple who have produced a number of children they want and do not want to use other contraception method. Okay, here this male sterilization, that means when we carried out this sterilization method to men, we call it as a vasectomy. Okay, so during vasectomy the sperm ducts are cut and tied so that no sperm can get through. That means when we cut or tied this sperm duct, the sperm can't go through it. Okay, and when it comes to woman, in the woman surgery, what happen is the oviducts are cut by similar operation. We call that operation as a tubal ligation. Okay, whether there are no sperm releasing or no egg releasing, there are no pregnancy or fertilization. Understand? Okay, here I am going to explain you about the fertility treatment. Under the fertility treatment, we need to find out what is this infertility means. Infertility means inability to conceive a children even after years of trying. Up to 14% of the infertility problems are due to a low sperm count, as it does not achieve at least 20 million sperms per cubic centimeter of the semen. If the count is normal, the doctors will perform a test on the woman to see if woman is ovulating normally. If some woman does not produce enough FSH hormone to start the egg development in the ovary, it can be treated with the injections of the FSH hormone. So there are two methods of this fertility treatment. We call it as a AI, or artificial insemination. In artificial insemination, this is a method which is deposition of healthy sperm in a woman's uterus at the time of ovulation, carrying out as a solution for the infertility problems. Under the next method, we call it as a IVF, or in vitro fertilization. IVF means fertilization between sperm and eggs are carried out in a petri dish or glass container inside a well-controlled laboratory before implant it on woman's uterus. After it growth into some level, that zygote is going to deposit in the mother's uterus as a normal way. So these are the infertility treatments. Growth and development. A human develops from a fertilized egg into embryo, then it's into a fetus. After birth, the baby grows into a child, then adolescent when it becomes sexually mature. Importantly, genes act on the growth and the development in many ways while making us unique. As well as these genes cause to produce hormones which affect growth and development in various ways. If we take an example, growth hormone which secreted from the pituitary gland directly affect to the growth of the development of certain person. So when we talk about the patterns of the human growth, if just imagine you are plotting a graph of a height of a boy or girl against a time, then graph is not showing a straight line. As this image shown you, instead of a straight line, it shown you a growth spurts, that means period of rapid growth and development. Because a healthy child is always growing in a different rates depending on their age. Growth is fastest soon after the birth, and then rate is decreases rapidly until the child is about 4 years old. Between about 4 years and 10 years, the rate still decreasing but more slowly. At puberty, there is an increase in the growth rate, increase in the rate of the growth, the adolescent growth spurts, which can more earlier happen in the girls than boys. You can observe it. Also, there are changes in body proportions during the growth. As you can see in this picture, when we get older, our body proportions also getting changed. Also, different organs grow at a different rate. As example, reproductive organs, that means male reproductive organs and female reproductive organs, grow more slowly at the first and start to grow faster after puberty. As well as brain and head grow and develop in early stages of life than the period after adulthood. So in here you have learned about the reproductions and reproductive system separately, about male reproductive system and the female reproductive system, as well as the menstrual cycle and the so many things. So I believe that you have got a clear idea about the things that I have taught you. Here I have added some exercises and the references for your further knowledge. Here I have given some exercises which is in the page number 209 and 210. Also this YouTube reference link will help you to understand more about the menstrual cycle and the other processes that I have taught you. So please go through these links in order to brighten up your knowledge about the reproduction. Thank you for listening, my dear students. Stay safe and stay focused on the academic works.